for a little segment we call Is That McNuts with Monica McNutt. That's her dropping her phone and casually strolling in an hour and a half late. McNutt, great to have you.
Long day yesterday. Chill, it's Friday.
Number one, is it McNuts to say the Knicks will repeat as champs next year?
Yeah, these are my guys and I'd love to see it, but we've got 8 champions in 8 years. Will they be the first to buck the trend? It just feels like the league is not really designed for dynasties, repeats right now. And that's okay. Could they buck it? We'll have to wait and see. But right now, I'm going with the pattern.
Their starting 5 played about 88% of the available regular season games. That's extraordinary health. McNutt, number 2. If I said LeBron will leave the Lakers this offseason, is that McNuts?
No, it's not McNuts at all. I'm not 100% sure where he's going. I don't know that, but he could do whatever he wants at this point, and it's clear that the Lakers kind of need to begin to move into their future, which in the long term will not include LeBron. It's been a fantastic career, but it's wrapping up.
The guy has been the ultimate content machine. Like, I don't know what we're going to do when he's gone. Maybe we go down to 3 days a week. Finally, is it McNuts to say Giannis will be on a new team next season?
Nah, it's not at all. This seems like we are... Untenable is a strong word, but I feel like we're heading there, even though maybe Giannis himself might not want to say it. But at this point, the back and forth and the I don't see. I'll let Vinny elaborate on that. Like, it just... Move on. Like, move on. He brought a championship to the city, but it clearly is not working any longer.
All right, let's get Wendy and Vince Goodwill in here as well for this conversation. Wendy, I want to begin with you. Is Giannis the biggest chip everyone is waiting for this offseason in the NBA?
Absolutely, without question, because even though there may only be 2 or 3 teams that are truly in the Giannis bidding, when you have a trade of this magnitude with potentially a bunch of pieces moving around, very often there's cascading side deals. A classic example of this was a couple of years ago when Dame Lillard was traded. We had no idea where he was going. He goes to Milwaukee, but that ended up leading Drew Holiday to be rerouted to the Celtics, and that Drew Holiday trade to the Celtics was one of the most consequential moves of that entire offseason, and the Celtics didn't even know it was going to be possible until they saw Dame Lillard get moved. So when you have a team like the Los Angeles Lakers that have enormous amounts of salary cap space and they're not sure how they're going to spend it, they're watching this Giannis situation very closely, because even though they're not going to get Giannis, a trade could end up falling into their lap that could end up really helping them.
The timing of these situations is always fascinating because of what it means, not for the teams involved, but for everyone else with the ancillary ripple effects. What do you think happens if the Giannis trade doesn't go down soon?
It better. Because, hey, what are we going to be talking about if it doesn't happen? But secondarily, if you think about it, this thing is dragged on for so long. Will he? Won't he? And it doesn't seem like there's a future for Giannis in Milwaukee as far as where he needs to go. Secondarily, if you're one of these other teams, you're Boston, if you're Miami, you can't make contingency plans. Like, when you get Giannis, you know what you also have to get? Shooting. You know what you also have to get? Maybe another backup big. You can't go and get those things until you get the big piece and you know that you actually have the big pieces, especially if it's Miami. Let's say it's Miami. They probably have to get a third team involved. Who's that third team going to be? Does that involve Tyler Hero? What does that mean? So a lot of NBA business cannot start until this piece of business is handled.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm with Vinny. It needs to get done sooner rather than later. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but you definitely have to get pieces around Giannis. And I also think you gotta make sure that you've got the personality pieces that are gonna be required. I mean, Giannis is a big time superstar. He comes with big time superstar things. We'll see. I'm just not sure where he is at this point in his career. Is he still a very valuable asset? 100%. I mean, he's a guy that is constant conversation in the MVP race when you just look at it statistically. But we've not seen him really perform in a postseason in 3 years now. So I'm really fascinated to see what teams think that they're going to do if they make this move.
Health ultimately a concern as well. Windy, final word. Jump back in here.
Yeah, so I feel like with the whole league to a certain extent is going to change when Giannis is moved. And I do believe he will be moved. And when that happens, there's going to be a change in the balance of power. The team that acquires him is going to become on some level a contender. And so that's why we spend all of this time paying attention to it. But when you're trading a player that makes $50 million in this modern day and age, it's extraordinarily complicated. And that's why it's very tedious. But every single day that goes by, these negotiations, it's because there's so much stakes, there's so much skin in the game, and that's why we talk about it every day.
It was so much fun when this started with Giannis saying, you know, I don't want to request a trade. I just, remember all that?
Yeah, it was very annoying.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, come
Wrap
on,
it up.
go.
We got other things to get to. We've already wrapped the Cowboys this summer. We got to wrap LeBron. We got to get Giannis. We're trying to get to business.
It's the off-season of Giannis. The Bucks are listening to offers for the two-time MVP. He said last year that it might be time to move on. Team owner Jimmy Haslam says we'll find out soon whether Giannis signs a max contract to stay or is moved. Front office insider Bobby Marks joins us now. So Bobby, let's dive deeper on a potential Giannis trade. What makes the most sense from the Bucks' perspective?
I still think it's Miami just because they check the 3 boxes that Milwaukee would be looking for. Certainly when you look at a win now player, which would be Tyler Hero, the former All-Star, who's entering the last year of his contract. Young players on controllable contracts with Khalil Ware and Jaime Jaquez. And then you look at the draft equity. Miami's got the 13th pick in the draft next week. They also have 2 future firsts that they can move in the deal, pick swaps there. So I do think it's Miami just based on the 3 criterias that Milwaukee would be looking for.
All right, it feels like the last couple of summers have been the summer.
So, Giannis. We haven't talked about Giannis for months.
Yeah.